Here's a quick tip for you to test to see whether your tachometer on your shift actuator is working. So you want to put it in test mode, and I've done test mode on many of my videos for this particular kind of washer machine. It's got these 6 LEDs underneath it and underneath a big knob. So what you want to do is go through steps 1 and 2 of the service diagnostic mode, and that means you can turn this knob to the left or counterclockwise any number of turns, but always stop somewhere. I always stop on 12 o'clock. Then you turn it 3 clicks to the right or clockwise, 1, 2, 3, then 1 click counterclockwise and 1 click clockwise. Now you're in service diagnostic mode, and what we want to do is test the tachometer. So to test the tachometer, we want done and wash light illuminated. So you go clockwise until the wash and the done light are illuminated. Then you can push the button, and when you spin the basket, if the tachometer is working, all these lights will start sequencing on off, on off, on off. So if we turn this basket slowly, you can see here that tachometer is not working. Basket spinning, these lights aren't working. And I'm going to change the shift actuator, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now let's do this test once again. Remember, go counterclockwise, stop on 12. 1, 2, 3 clockwise, 1 counterclockwise, 1 clockwise. They're all flashing. Now what we want to do is get the done and the wash light on, push the button and rotate the drum, and look at there. Now we know our tachometer is working. Give me a thumbs up on that tip and enjoy this video. So here we got a Whirlpool. The man says it leaks bad. So I examined it. The first thing I did is I hooked it up to some water, and sure enough, it leaked the water out fast as it put it in there. That cat's not scared of you, Wally. Anyway, it was leaking right here in this corner, and you can see it dripping now, and that's a bad sign. So I took the back off. The way to take the back off is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws, I think. Yeah, 7 screws and the drain hose. You see that leaking right there. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this up and show you what's going on. I have never attempted to repair this big, and I'm going to refrain from putting a new tub on it because that was just too much work. But if you look right here, right under the suspension rod, something got caught up in there and really put the quietus on that. Banged it pretty hard, knocked the chunk out, and it looks like the chunk went outward, so I don't have it. I wish I did. But what I think I'm going to do is take this suspension rod off, pull the tub, the spin basket, if I can get it out, and I'll cut a piece of this off of an old one out here and try to put a patch on that. I don't know how successful that'll be, but we'll see. So the first thing we need to do is take our tub out. And if I'm not mistaken, got my lanyard right here. Normally I would tell the customer that no, this is not repairable. It would, but I just want to see if I can do it. And if I can do it, then I'll have another repair in my arsenal. And I think a repair like this would be probably worth about 75 to 100 bucks. Let's see. That doesn't want to come up. That's screwed down. Some of them are screwed down. I've already been there, but come on. That patch needs to be done on the inside on account of the hydrostatic pressure on it. And that's even if I can get this thing out of here. I think I can. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. Way down in there. Very good. A two-piece. Well, it came off easy enough. And we got the old tub hub. We'll pull this basket here and go from the inside. Maybe what caused that is still down there. I can't imagine what would have done that. I don't see how anything could get down in there, because it doesn't have any holes other than those big ones. You know, on those old spent baskets, they had holes down there, and a nail or something would get lodged in that hole, and it would usually just score the bottom of the basket until it was no longer. We just cut a hole all the way around and pour water go everywhere. Check this out. Hopefully it's good. Not too bad at all. Now let's see if we can pull that rascal. Easy peasy. Whatever it was, really broke some of that off of there. You got pieces of the tub. The curvature is going to be a pain. See the radial cracks. There might be one right there. Yeah, well, I guess we'll drill some of that. First, we need to take this suspension rod out. Set it aside. Right here. Get that nice and dry. Get a piece of plastic. Yeah, see, I figured I'd have a good use for this someday. Let's get this piece right here. Good to keep a boneyard, isn't it? Now, we can take this piece of plastic here. You know, Ruby stayed up in the shop all night.
Where was she?
She was at the door when I opened it up.
Oh my gosh, she's at the top of the
She
stairs.
wasn't. I looked up there. I don't know where she was, but I opened it up. There she was. Huh? No, didn't make any messes. But she spent the night in the shop. Now, I don't know why it didn't trigger the motion sensors or anything, but she had knocked the trash can over looking for something to eat, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
We are back at it. What we're going to do here is rough that up a little bit. Wire brush. I'd like to know what got caught up in there. Caught that. We're going to have to drill some stop holes in any of those radial cracks. But somebody has stolen my electric tools.
Well, you need to come be shameless. What?
Put that right there so I can find it again. I need about a 1/8 inch drill. That one will do. count of it's 1/8. Now what this does, if you can find the tip of the radial crack, it will mitigate any more expansion of that crack. However, I can't drill it from the inside because of that curve. So I'm going to tip this up a bit. See if I can go at it from the other direction. Probably not going to be able to get my drill in. Yeah, I can. No, I can't see it. So there's a radial crack there and a radial crack there. I don't see any there. I think that fin stopped them. So I need to put a hole right there. And a hole right there. And you do that on the end of those radial cracks, and it'll keep them from going any further. There might be one right there, but I think that will come to the bottom. Yeah, it'll probably come to the bottom when it hits that bottom piece right there. It'll stop that. Nothing there. That's probably one right there. Yeah. That should mitigate it. Now, what we're going to have to do, I'll put this on the inside though. Wondering if I could bend that with some heat. Make it pliable. Some Burns-O-Matic here. I have to cut off my fan. Let's do that. Heat that up. When it's pliable. It's pliable, alright. It's also sticky. Oh, ow, ow. Ha ha. Well, it's just about perfect. Okay. Now, let's turn this rascal back up. Because we're going to attack this from the inside. Oh, and we got water over there again. Oh, he's on it. Look at all that water. Don't want water from there. That will certainly defeat our purpose. Make it really clean. And we're going to get one of these sticks here. It's called 3M. I think it's called 3M Patch Coat, where coat is a K. This stuff is very expensive, but you can get it from people that work on the pipeline. I'm thinking about buying a 5-pound box and splitting it up into little pieces and selling it online. I just want to get all this on here. So I'm going to put this piece in there. What I need to do, I need to move this thing to the other side because it is in my way. There we go. Now let's see if we can get that in position. Put this on here liberally. Yeah, that's cool on that side. And let's get this on the other side also. Yeah, we got a big old hole there. Kind of fill that hole completely up. Get the back side of this drill marks too. Maybe that's going to hold it. We will see. We're going to give that time to cool. Let's turn our big fan back on account of it's already 86 degrees up in here. And it's like 9:40 in the morning. It's going to be a hot one. Now, I want to look at the bottom side of this and see how compromised this tub may be. Let's see where it was hitting. Knocked the chunk out here, chunk out here, here, big chunk there. Are there any cracks in this that could cause... I don't know what that was. Boy, it really whacked something. What could have got down in there? We need to remove that water pump and see if there's something down in that. Because there was definitely something caught down in that tub. And it could be up under that water pump filter or inside the water pump already. Whatever it was no longer in the tub that I could tell. See anything down in there, and in here either. We're going to remove that filter in there to make sure whatever's in there is not in there anymore. Hopefully we have that repaired to the point where it won't cause any more troubles. I don't usually do repairs like that, but I just wanted to see if I could repair a crack that big. Right here, we need to push this suspension rod back up in here. I'll get it when we turn it up. I want to replace this. Now there's two tabs that fit in these slots down here. There we go. And happen to put all of these things over here. The way I like to do that. Now this back piece is crucial to to the stability of this cabinet, because your suspension rods hang off each corner of this cabinet. It is necessary that this cabinet maintains its cube and its stability. And if these tack valves come loose, and this thing, I have a machine somewhere like that. Once the stability of the cube is messed up, then that machine is never going to work again, because these tack wells will move and this thing will shift, and it will never be the same. It won't work. In fact, it's dangerous and probably come apart on you if you got an unbalanced load. So now, if you're looking for leaks and stuff, you can take this back off and check it out. Harper Knowles.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We had an issue with our dryer go out, and we replaced the motor, and it's not working still.
You replaced the motor?
Yeah, we thought it was the motor because it would heat, but the drum wouldn't spin. So we replaced the motor, thinking that it was just the motor not making the drum spin. But then once we opened up top, we found a mouse had laid up in the wiring harnesses. And so we're guessing that's the next thing. And so he told me to go ahead and call you and see what you got open for the end of the week.
Good. Change the motor. Well, it could have just been a thermal fuse. No, it wouldn't heat, would it? I don't know. It's one of those things you got to check out. Well, if a mouse got in it, it might have chewed up some wiring or something. So this goes in here like this, and you pull back in this slot, and it snaps, and you have a screw that you need to put in right there. Hey, my man, buy yourself some soda water.
Oh, appreciate it.
Y'all good to me. Empty it all. I like to help out the garbage men. They always do a good job here. Not so much at my house though. Sometimes I come back and they got little stuff left in the bottom of my trash can. But as long as you're nice to them, they're nice to you. All right. Whoop. If I can push that down. Push. There we go. All right. Everything. I think that repair is going to work for us. get this tub back in here. And put that suspension rod back in there. Boy, those should be changed. They really should be changed, but he's not going to want to spend that money. I doubt that whatever did that is still in here. I'm going to take this up anyway, just to see. Nope, nothing. Okay. I can't imagine what was in there and how it got out. Whatever was in there is no longer in there. Alright. Right there. I don't see anything. Clean these splines while I'm at it. The splines look good. I'd like to change that. This guy's not going to spend that much money on this thing. Let's drop this tub back in there. Oh. And drop our tub hub back on. Okay. Let's do this. There. Perfect. And let's start putting these in. Try opposite sides. You know, I should have put water in this rascal to see if it wasn't going to leak, but I'm pretty sure as much of the 3M patch coat that I put on it, but I'm pretty sure. I'm confident. And if it leaks, it's just, I'm not going to pull all this out again. It's just not going to be repairable. But I don't expect it to leak. I really don't. Have this fork that we need to put back in. I'll do that with this little hammer. Perfect. Now drop this on. There, she's tight. Looks like she's even also. So put our tools back up so we can find them again the next time that we need them. And let's drop our splash guard on here. And this piece always goes under there, like so. So we need to get everything lined up. Hey.
Hey.
Okay. There we go. Now, let's put the top down. And let's see. I am so confident that I am going to reassemble everything. And we'll get it out there on the test rack and give it a test run. What you think? I repaired it and take more than about an hour. If it's repaired. I'm pretty certain it is. That's probably the biggest hole that I've ever attempted to fix. I would have rather it had been on an area that was flatter, but we'll see. Now let's make sure there's no water underneath. Don't see any over there. out here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some clothes in it, just to test it all the way, you know. If I turn it loose and say, well, I don't, it shakes when it spins and all that, and it does need suspension rods, but he's probably not going to want to pay for suspension rods and that repair. But I'll mention it to him. Say, you're going to need suspension rods on that pretty soon. And I'm amazed at how good the tub hub looks. Those plastic tub hubs don't last very long at all. They're junk. Leak on this for sure. No drips. Alright. It looks like everything is set up. And we'll watch it as soon as it starts putting motor in. And the real test is when it goes deep water. Doesn't need just a lot. There goes some water. No. I'm pretty sure that we got it fixed. We will know right here in a few minutes for sure. Alright, now before it was just pouring out right there. I don't see any. I'll get back to you. We'll see what that does. I'll get back to you. So let's see what we got here. We did a load and it washed it. Let's look underneath. Oh, it's perfectly dry. Nope, we don't have any leaks, so we successfully repaired that hole in the tub using that 3M ScotchKote. Anyway, we fixed another one. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and check this out.